There isn't one person I know that likes to have a plumbing problem, especially when it's affecting their main line. Your main line is the line that goes from your house to the street. Once that's backed up, you're done. That's why you want to do preventative maintenance in order to prevent that backup from happening. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Look, if you ever end up to that point to where you're done and you're completely backed up, I actually did a really good review on a product that'll help you out and get that main line opened up again. So at the end of the video, there will be a card, and you can click onto that card and you can check that video out too. So that is a good question. How do you end up having a backup in your main line? Well, what happens is roots end up growing into your pipe. Whether you have a bad joint from two pipes being put together, or there's maybe a small crack in that pipe, what happens is those roots get in there, and once they get into that pipe, they start to tentacle out off each other. And then as you're using the bathroom, putting toilet paper down there, the toilet paper starts getting lodged in between the roots, and eventually the roots keep growing, more toilet paper. Eventually, the water stops flowing. Haha! Yes, sodium chloride, basically rock salt. Now, there's two effective ways to get it into your main line. Actually, I like taking both ways, combining them, and I'll show you the combination and the two ways, and it's pretty simple and really effective. The first way is simple. Put about a cup and a half. Fill it up with the rock salt. Dump it right in the toilet. Flush her down. Alright. The second way I like to do it is I like to take 1 cup of rock salt, put it in here, use very, very hot tap water, as hot as it'll get. Fill it up. I like to shake it around. Try to get as much dissolved in here as I can. Here's a handy way on getting the rock salt into the jug. Just go ahead and kind of twist it up like that, like a cone. The very end there, just kind of like this. Give that a little snip. See that? And just take it, stick it inside there, just like that. Get yourself about 3/4 to a full cup. Get it poured in here, kind of shake that up a little bit. Get in there. Beautiful. Next step, run your water as hot as you can get it from the tap, and fill your jugs up halfway. Alright, it's been sitting here for a couple minutes, maybe about 5. There's a little bit left, see it? So, in between that time, I've just been shaking it up a little bit like that. Then I'll just completely fill it back up, maybe let it sit another minute, and then we'll move on to the next step. This is step number 2. This is for the person who really doesn't feel comfortable about dumping a cup and a half of salt and flushing it right down their drain. So, this is the stuff we mix with hot water. So, what you end up doing here is just go ahead and just dump it in your sink. Me, I would use the closest sink you have to the end of your main line. So what I do is I do this at nighttime, so that sodium chloride can work on them roots and you're not flushing it away from the roots. Another thing you don't want to do is don't think you're going to take sodium chloride and put it in the back of your toilet and then it'll dissolve, and then every time I flush it's going to go ahead and send it down to the main line. Because the problem is that red flapper, that is made out of rubber. The gasket that's underneath of it, that black gasket right there, that's made out of rubber. You got a rubber gasket that's down there, and 2 bolt heads. And that sodium chloride, if it's in there long enough, it'll eat them gaskets. You don't want to do that. One thing you do want to do is do this procedure monthly or quarterly, like every 3 months. Make sure you hit the like button if it helped out. Here's the subscribe button over here, and don't forget to watch this video in case you get a really bad blockage and you need to get that main line opened up again, or your buddy or a friend or a family member. So check that out and share it out. Later.